Hi, I'm Liberty, and today we're going to be talking about how to recognize when you're in academic trouble. How do you know that you need help academically, and how do you go about getting it? Let's say you're me first year and you just took your first physics midterm and it didn't go well. Well, you might just say, it's just one test. I'll do better next time. But by not changing your study habits or the way that you're learning in lecture, you probably won't do any better on the next exam, which is exactly what happened to me. In fact, I got worse. Instead of saying 3 times the charm, this time I knew I needed help. Here's why. I didn't know other ways to go about doing the practice problems. The lectures weren't making any sense, so I wasn't paying attention in lecture, and it was all getting too overwhelming for me to try to figure it out on my own. Basically, I was stuck in a cycle of not understanding and therefore not knowing how to try to understand. If you are feeling this way about one of your classes, it might be time to look for some resources.
When I decided to seek out assistance, I went to the physics aid service, which helped me more than I thought it would.
So, how do you recognize that you need help? Well, if you aren't understanding the material or it's too overwhelming to try, then it's probably time to find someone who can help. You may be spending a lot of time studying, but that isn't being reflected in your grade. Or you're trying to study, but it's really difficult to motivate yourself and you procrastinate a lot, and that's why you aren't doing well.
This probably means your method of studying isn't effective, and you should check out the learning strategist in the Learning Commons.
Another reason you might be struggling is that high school was easy for you, and you never properly learned how to study because you could just coast by without a lot of effort. Don't wait for that second exam or paper to come back failed, or even the first. Being proactive is probably the most important thing, but again, it's hard to recognize. Pay attention to what you are learning and what isn't making sense to you. If you can't do the assignments without help from a friend or you are completely lost, it doesn't mean that you should give up. It just means that you should search out ways to get support. It's not a bad idea to reach out to these services even if you were doing fine, just for that extra bit of support. Who knows? The tutors might explain the concepts better than your prof. Now that you know you need help, how do you go about getting it? Well, I've just done a series of videos exploring the academic supports on campus, which you can find in the description below.
Usually, you can just drop in, especially to the physics aid service or the math and stats center. I would also definitely recommend going to office hours to meet with professors.
I hope this helped. Don't wait to get support. If you think you might need it, you're probably right. Bye!